Welcome back, friends. Today we're starting Avatar The Last Airbender on Netflix. So glad that there's new Avatar content for me to watch. I was so disappointed in myself when I started YouTube because I had just finished Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra like 2 weeks before I decided to start YouTube. I'll be spoiler free as possible in case there are people watching this who haven't seen the original. I've heard the M. Night Shyamalan live action movie was pretty terrible. Hopefully this adaptation is better. I'm actually morbidly curious about that film, so let me know in the comments if you'd want me to react to that supposed train wreck. I haven't seen much about this live action remake though, outside of early casting decisions. I remember being a fan of a few of them, but the only one I remember right now is the Abuji from Kim's Convenience playing Iroh. That's definitely well cast, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they're adapting this. Curious if it'll bring in new fans who will then check out the original animated show, and also looking forward to all the other Avatar projects coming up. But alright, that's enough waffling. Full reaction is going to be on Patreon in the link in the description below. Not entirely sure I'll put the whole show on YouTube, because if the videos aren't doing well, it might not be worth the time or money to have it edited and everything, so leave a like if you want to see more, that definitely helps, but let's get started. We open on Sozin's Compt. What is this about? Oh jeez. He's got information he needs to send.
Get that to the Earth King. They're going to start a war.
Your battle plans are already on their way to the Earth Kingdom.
Good.
Won't matter.
That means all eyes will be on the Earth Kingdom.
Ah, shit.
We'll turn their attention to the Earthbenders.
You realize where he's going?
You wanted us to know.
Yeah. So he can commit
You
genocide.
aren't the real target.
It is our time.
Haven't seen a lot of charred bodies.
The only one who could possibly stand in our way.
But the Avatar is yet to be revealed.
So we kill them all. Water!
Water.
There we go. Oh man, getting to see the air nomads before they all get slaughtered. That's kind of close to flying. Which is not his powers, but eh.
You skipped training again.
It's all the same drills.
There may come a day when you wish you'd spent more time with your teachers.
Foreshadowing.
There's still a lot of work to be done before the air nomads from the other temples arrive.
How many are coming?
All of them? So many sky bison.
Did you tell him?
That he's the Avatar?
It wasn't the right time.
The role of the Avatar is a heavy responsibility, but it is not our place to choose who bears that burden. And I fear you've grown too close to Aang to see that, Brother Jetso.
Are comet festivals always this much work?
Well, the last one was 100 years ago, and believe it or not, I'm actually not old enough to have seen that.
Could have fooled me.
Cheeky.
After Yang Chen's death,
Exposition.
came Kuruk of the Water Tribes, then Kyoshi of the Earth Kingdom.
The Roku and the Fire Nation.
The next Avatar will once again be an airbender.
That wasn't a clue for him?
You are the Avatar. The world needs you, Aang.
He's
You
not
should leave
ready.
right away so you can begin training in the other disciplines.
Leave my friends? Leave home? Leave you?
Now this,
Go with him.
I don't want the power.
which is
That's-
why you
Yeah.
can make a great Avatar.
Can't I just keep pretending I'm your friend?
You're still his friend.
You are my friend.
Now goodbye forever. The rating is a little heavy-handed. Appa!
Hey, Abba. Monks don't even trust me to feed the baby bison, and I'm supposed to save the world? I don't want the responsibility. I'm scared of my power. I'm scared of being alone.
The writing is very tell and not showing. Is the attack now? In the middle of the night? Oh. That's a pretty high-level firebending technique, though, to be able to propel yourself. Ooh.
Come with me, quickly! Where's Aang?
Not here. So he didn't run away this time, in this version. He just went for a fly. How did they ever lose? I guess eventually they were overwhelmed by numbers. Genocidal maniac. Fire cyclone! Whoa. Fly higher? Uh-oh, uh-oh.
You may have prevailed on another night.
Oh. So it's common. The boy in the ice. Katara. Trying to learn water bending.
Some of you can't be trusted to stay at your posts.
Little babies.
So from now on, 2 people at all times, meaning twice as many shifts. Is there a problem?
They just don't appreciate your incredible leadership skills.
That's right, they don't realize it. Very funny.
Hair loopies.
You were waterbending again, weren't you?
Yeah.
Don't worry, no one could see me. An otter penguin could bend more water than I could.
Aw.
It's probably for the best. You should be helping out more around the village anyway. Katara.
Not outright sexist, but a little patriarchal.
Katara. Soak later, paddle now.
Ah! That was weird.
What is that?
Get angry and find out.
Huh. Weird.
Accidentally crack it.
Katara?
Whoa! That counts as accidental. Oh. Just trying to bring a boat and she just destroys.
Where did he come from?
I don't know.
The iceberg. What?
Oh my. Nice. We're not gonna die. Come on, let's go home.
With the kid.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We can't just leave him out here.
I don't like this. Why listen to me? I'm just responsible for the safety of the village.
Aw.
Airbenders don't exist anymore.
Well, we won't get any answers until he wakes up.
Anybody check for a
We need to
pulse?
let him
Okay.
rest.
They know he's alive.
Where do you think
Pyro!
we'll find the Avatar?
Yes.
Because of the light.
Yes.
You think I'm imagining things?
Everybody saw the light.
Perhaps it's time to consider that the throne isn't everything.
My honor's
It may
everything.
not have been for you.
Ooh. Oh, poor Aang. Nobody was watching him? Tell him, lie back down. You've been asleep for 100 years.
What are you thinking? Have you completely forgotten your training? What did I say about keeping your guard up? He could be the enemy.
The enemy? I'm not the enemy.
How do you
And
know?
who are you? That's not strange at all.
Oh.
He is an airbender.
6 legs, horns, brown arrows, sky bison.
He's so much shorter.
Sky bison.
Oh my god.
Eating it doesn't help.
He had his glider in his mouth. Aww.
Sky bison.
Is he hiding behind his sister?
Storm?
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the
Oh, man.
Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could
I don't
stop
wanna.
Airbenders haven't been seen in generations. And that the Southern Air Temple was
It's a lot to
the
drop on
first
him all at
to
once.
fall. He is the last Airbender.
And the Avatar.
He had left Sokka in charge. And he just turned 13.
Guess he had to grow up fast.
We all did.
Say we find the Avatar and you're able to defeat him. a mission your father believed to be impossible. And so your return home may be unexpected.
You're wrong.
Oh. All that pride.
The monks told me bending is about energy and balance.
This is the best she's ever done. Just needed a little guidance, I guess. There's not much you can do. This is...
I don't understand. Why are they here?
That's why...
I knew he was hiding something. When the world needed the Avatar the most, he vanished. Because he's a coward. He ran and people died.
Sokka.
Not technically. Nope, not this time.
Someone who is not one of you. Turn him over now.
Tiny rocks.
Sokka, don't you see? He's the Avatar!
And he lied to us about it.
I know how hard this responsibility has been for you.
Oh boy. His signature weapon. Not signature. It was one of his early weapons.
I thought you firebenders had some guts.
Don't fall for it.
It's no contest even if it's Zuko versus Sokka. Boomerang! This is his first real battle, and he's fighting Zuko.
Leave him alone!
The music. Nice. That didn't hit anyone?
Enough games.
I'll go with you. Just leave him alone.
Let's go save that weird kid.
Some people say it is within our nature to expand and consume, like fire itself. Others believe that true stability in this world can only happen under our rule. So the drive to conquer is a drive for peace and unity.
What a ridiculous
Peace
lie.
comes from respecting life.
Oh, that's too easy. Oh, well, this was too easy.
We could go another way.
You're
Appa.
not serious. Katara, no.
Yes. Katara, yes.
No way you're getting me on that.
They didn't know the password, though. How'd they figure out yip yip? Anybody else in here? This is Zuko's room.
The avatars.
He pocketed it. His staff! Yay!
Open fire! Now!
Open fire means shooting fireballs? Oh, just change direction! Hang! Oh, wait. Isn't he very good at floating and falling? Oh!
Hey, kid.
Sokka!
Oh! Ooh.
So where do we go?
Training time. Oh, we're gonna visit the air temple. Oh man.
What is he doing?
He mad! Poor kid.
And you will always be my friend.
So not to be rude, but what was that?
I don't know.
Don't know. Nobody's even told him.
So much I don't know. The monks are gone and I'm all alone.
You're not alone.
I need to follow through on what they wanted me to do. Complete my training and master all the other bending skills so I can bring balance back to the world.
Oh, is that all?
This was my home.
Oh, Sokka.
I'm the Avatar. And this is just the beginning.
This is just episode 1. So that was interesting. I appreciate seeing some of the events from a different perspective, seeing parts of the story that we didn't witness before. And the first 20 minutes are all flashback, and we're actually shown the freaking genocide of the air nomads. It was brutal. And the firebending during Sozin's comet was weaker than I imagined it would be. I actually thought like, oh, is the comet still too far for firebending to be powered up? The air nomads actually looked like they had the upper hand for a while, but eventually the tide turned. And we saw Sozin finish Gyatso. So with the power of the comet, it does make sense that they were able to fly with their firebending when we only saw a few firebenders capable of that in the animated series. And they're definitely going for a very different feel compared to the original, a much more serious tone. Aang didn't even ask to go penguin sledding. It feels more like a PG-13 version of the original show. I guess if it was a straight one-to-one adaptation, what would even be the point, right? Because I could always just go watch the original again. So if they wanted something darker and grittier, I understand. We saw that Earthbender get burnt to a crisp. It's just so violent and brutal. I did struggle sometimes with the dialogue. I think the actors were all good, maybe some even bordered on great. A big fan of all the casting so far and the acting and the choreography, but the lines that were written for the actors sometimes, or almost even often, felt forced. It was the opposite of show don't tell, lots of expositional dialogue, and it feels like the show takes itself a little too seriously at times. Maybe it'll calm down after the first episode since they wanted to give a lot of exposition. We also had Grand delivering Katara's narration from the original opening. I could see some people not liking it because it's too on the nose or a little cringe, but I thought it was fine. And there's definitely stuff that still moves me though. Aang still just wanting to be a kid. His line to Gyatso, "Can't I just keep pretending to be your friend?" Oh, poor Aang. I did feel the bond between him and Gyatso, but I also think that some levity between the two of them would have added to it, because we saw their connection with them goofing off in the original, and I think that would have added a lot here. And of course, there is some heavy nostalgia at times as well. I actually teared up a bit when Aang showed up to save Sokka and the music started swelling. And it wasn't anything the show was actively doing, but I don't know. I think it's just, we get to see more Avatar after such a long time. So even though I think the writing is a little hokey and not the best, I still feel like I'm really gonna enjoy this show. I think the visual effects were good enough. I'm sure there's a lot more spectacle to come. I'm not even sure how they're gonna do the season 1 finale. And yeah, the changes to the story are interesting. Sokka is still a hothead, but there's no blatant sexism, which means no arc where he learns he's wrong, though we could still see him learn to respect women more as warriors as well. I like that arc for him in the original series where he learns the error of his ways, but it won't change the story that much, I guess, since that arc only lasted like 4 episodes. And they had Iroh actually have a conversation with Aang early on in this series, dropping hints that Iroh isn't an ideologue about this war. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And Katara is learning more waterbending already with just one little lesson from Aang. And one more change they made was Aang just going for a midnight fly instead of running away. It takes away from his growth into the role of Avatar, a role he eventually grows to accept, and we actually just skip forward to him taking his duty seriously by the end of this episode, which is a pretty huge departure. Feels like we might not have time for shenanigans. Hope they still have the characters bond together well despite the absence of that. Oh, Appa is adorable, I love him, and yeah, Aang actually feels very strong. Like, what he's doing feels pretty close to Zahir level flying, even when he's not using his glider. That'll be something to keep an eye on. And oh, I was really hoping we'd see Aang smash Zuko into the ceiling and the wall using his bed. But yeah, lots of small things that have changed about the story, and I'm curious to see how they'll shift things around going forward. Alright, full reaction is going to be on Patreon. Leave a like if you'd like to see more, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye, friends.